So, it's February. Actually, at time of recording, it's still January, but this video should be going out in February. You know what that means then? It's time for another video about Doctor Who, The Collection. Hello everyone, Nick here, and welcome to another video on Doctor Who, The Collection Blu-ray box sets range. This has become an annual tradition, as initially I only did the predicting Doctor Who, The Collection Blu-ray box sets video inspired by the ones by Alex Patterson, aka the Doctor Who Guide, who you should totally go and subscribe to and watch his videos. And it was supposed to be just that one video, but by request of some of the other members on the channel wondering if I was going to do another video, I then did the one about the Fifth Doctor box set last year, about why we needed another Fifth Doctor box set, and that it should have been the 12th, or it should be the 12th box set in the range. We didn't get a Fifth Doctor box set as the 12th box set in the range, but we did get the First Doctor's first one, so that's also exciting. Which brings us to the topic of this video, which is, when are we going to get a Patrick Troughton Second Doctor box set? We've had a box set for every Doctor from 1 through to 7 apart from him so far, and the next box set, which will be released, hopefully if it's not going to be delayed, again next month, next month at the time this video coming out, it'll be 2 months time from the video's recording, will be the recently announced Season 9, which will be the third Doctor season to be released on Blu-ray. And also, funny enough, it's also the third Doctor season that will be released on Blu-ray. And if you're a bit confused by that, Season 9 is the third Doctor's third season, and we've had 2 third Doctor seasons released on Blu-ray already. This will be the 13th release in the collection box sets, released for the limited editions, making this the halfway mark of the collection series before we move into the second half of the series with the 14th box set. Hopefully we'll get at least 3 this year and not do a 2022 where we just end up having 2. But with Season 9 confirmed as the 13th box set and the First Doctor's first box set being the 12th one, it makes me wonder, when are we going to get Patrick Troughton's first box set? When are we going to get a second Doctor box set? Because they're clearly up for doing some 60s box sets at this point with the release of Season 2. And with Patrick Troughton, there seems to just be 1 or 2 stories left in those respective seasons that just need to be animated or reconstructed. We also recently had the news of The Smugglers and The Underwater Menace being animated for the 60th anniversary, which just leaves the Highlanders from that season, plus the Wind in Space from Season 5, and the Space Pirates from Season 6. Now, the people behind the collection box sets have said they aren't going to wait for the animations. They'll put them on if they're out by that point in time, but if they come out later, they're not going to be on those original box sets, and probably not on the re-released standard editions either. But that being said, it makes me wonder, are they going to deliberately push back some of the Troughton ones until maybe they have been finished, some of those animations for those Troughton stories, because they are the only ones left after the Underwater Menace comes out. There's going to be 1 per season. Plus, The Smugglers also being done for Season 4 makes that 2 stories more complete. Or are they going to go ahead and release Season 5 or Season 6 this year or next year without having to wait for one of those stories to be animated? This is a thing that's up for debate, because if it wasn't for the new animations being confirmed at the start of January, I would have said the next one should have been a Patrick Troughton box set. The 13th or 14th set should have been Season 5 or Season 6. But with the new animations on their way, maybe we can hold off the Patrick Troughton ones until maybe 1 season is complete. But at the same time, I do want him to have one sooner than later. Maybe they'll push for a Highlanders animation and we'll get Season 4, but I doubt it. So yeah, I'm kind of on that 50-50 mark. I want to have a Patrick Troughton release out sooner than later so that each Doctor has at least 1 box set out already by this point in time, or will have at least 1 box set out by just after the halfway mark. But at the same time, I do want all of the stories to be complete in the best possible way they can. Because the Crusade, they're not going to be animating those missing episodes anytime soon, so reconstructions was the best way to go with that one. But Wind Space, Space Pirates, and possibly the Highlanders are potentials. So yeah, it depends on what the collection box set team want to do with the Patrick Troughton era. But it was just something I was thinking about is when are we going to be getting a Patrick Troughton season? And like I said, before the animations were confirmed, I was hoping it'd be the next one, the 13th or the one after, the 14th box set. So, yeah, we'll just have to see. It's a double-edged sword. I'm hoping maybe we'll get one this year, but again, hoping that it would include all of the stories animated or partly animated, and it looks like that's probably not going to happen this year. Next year, maybe, if we're lucky. Maybe the box set might come out very early 2025 at latest, if that does happen. But I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Then again, considering the release pattern of these box sets, it might well be one of the next few box sets that is released, and that is still early 2025, late 2024. So I guess we'll just have to wait a little bit longer before we get Daddy Patty Tratty on Blu-ray, outside of the already released animated stories, of course. But as far as the collection box sets are concerned, I'm not expecting a Patrick Troughton release just yet if they do want to animate those remaining stories, and the collection box set team are prepared to wait for them. But if they aren't prepared to wait for them, then hopefully it will come out at the end of this year. Otherwise, it will more likely be late next year, early 2025. So whilst we wait for a Patty Tratty release, can we have the next Fifth Doctor release already? It's been over 4 years. Tom Baker's had 4 of his 7 released. John Pertwee, by the end of March, start of April, will have 3 of his 5. Colin Baker would have both of his full seasons, just that one last story from the end of season 21 left. And Sylvester McCoy's had 2 out of his 3. Where's Peter Davison's second box set? I know season 20's been in production hell since the fucking pandemic struck, but, you know, it's been 3 years since, or almost 3 years since then, and it's been over 4 years since the last Fifth Doctor box set came out. Where's season 20? Where's season 21? As for which box sets may be released this year besides season 9, well, I think if season 9 is anything to go by, it's not going to be the ones the fans are campaigning for the most, like season 7, season 13, season 25. It's not going to be the fan favorites that are going to be released in anniversary year. They're just going to continue following the same pattern they've done previously. Is that they'll just release the best box set they can at that point in time, whether that's restored footage or it's a Doctor release as part of a, like, every couple of years for a third Doctor or something, or to have another 70s box set out in the case of season 9. But whilst having season 13 would be absolutely spectacular for the 60th anniversary, as would season 25, and holy shit, how amazing it would be for season 1, the holy grail of box sets. But I highly doubt that one will be released now, because season 2 came out at the end of last year, and it's not likely they'll do another Hartnell one exactly a year later. But then again, never say never. Tom Baker got one every year for 4 years, so who knows? They'll probably do a Tom Baker this year because they had a year gap, unless they want to prioritise other Doctors. Again, where's that Fifth Doctor release? And, of course, like the Third Doctor, the Seventh Doctor had one every 2 years as well, so we could get season 25. But, like I said, we could have something completely out of the blue. We could get season 15 for some reason, apart from the fact it's another Fourth Doctor one. Or we finally might get that season 20 or 21 box set. I did hope we might get a box set for every Doctor from 3 to 7, or heck, even 1 to 7 this year, and just make it 5 box sets for the year. Season 4 for 1 and 2, and 21 for 5 and 6, and then 1 for the other 4 Doctors. But I highly doubt that's going to happen, unless the Highlanders is also animated for this year, and season 4 manages a late 23, early 24 release. But I don't think that'll happen either. Again, like I said, I think that will be at latest late 2024, early 25. Oh well, at least we've got season 9 confirmed to be looking forward to. Even if it's not season 7, which most fans wanted, if they were going to have another John Pertwee this year, but oh well. Hey, if we're lucky, maybe the Tom Baker release will, if it's not season 13, it will be season 16, which is better than 15 in my opinion. That being said, I don't want 15 to be the last one. Okay, one of the good ones, either 13 or 16 for the anniversary, then 15, and then whatever of the two of 13 and 16 that wasn't the anniversary comes as the final one. There, that would be a lovely order for the fourth Doctor releases. And in terms of the third Doctor, 11 then 7. I know lots of people want 7 out first, but now that 9's coming out in the anniversary year, I think 7 would be better than 11 as the last release. Also, 11 can have its footage easily restored more than 7. And in terms of the fifth Doctor, I don't mind, just release another one. Sorry for noise in the background. Anyway, that's it for this year's annual Doctor Who The Collection video. I'll probably see you guys next year for another one of these, where I probably say that we need another fifth Doctor box set again for the third year in a row, or the second Doctor box set is confirmed, or maybe we're talking about when the fourth Doctor's annual releases are going to come back, if he doesn't get one later this year. We'll see how this all turns out. This video is probably going to become very dated, like last year's one did. But I still stand by the point that we still need another fifth Doctor release, and sooner than later. The second Doctor, if they're waiting for those other stories to be animated, fair enough if that one's going to take a bit longer. If not, then that one also needs to come sooner than later. But if they're going to wait, then okay, fair enough. But fifth Doctor, that definitely needs to come sooner than later. And then release something appropriate for the anniversary, like season 25 or a fan favourite like season 13. And if you could do it, season 1, but I don't think that one's going to come this year as season 2's just come out. But you never know. I don't think we'll get 4 releases, and certainly not any more, but hopefully we can still get 3 this year, like we did in 2019 and 2021. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time in a couple of days, where we return to the Time War. See you guys then. Goodbye.